We need that not to happen. That's how you lose a track. That's why I need to be careful. So I stopped the excavator just to reposition my cameras and stuff. Should be fine. It's just a tiny patch right here for my lifetime, I hope. This last winter I was logging that area over there and down through there. I'll continue that this coming winter, but the bottom of it is on this side of the creek that runs through here. In order to harvest those trees down there, I have to come in through here with the tractor. Now, this is also a grazing area. We don't use it right now, but we will in the future. I would like to make an access path through here for the tractor, and that's fine. I can do that. I can drive up and down here and then just come in with the excavator and fix it all up before next grazing season. Now, I've been through here with the excavator and tractor and everything. I had this whole area dug up in order to make this area for the horses. That's besides the point. So when I was in here with the excavator, I tried to keep the topsoil and put that back on afterwards. And as you can see, it's completely grown over just from last year. We did throw some seeds on here, so that helped, of course. Would like to come down through here. Now, this area can get quite wet. We just came from up there. I'll drive the tractor down through here. This is bedrock I'm walking on. I'd like to come in through here somehow. I'll have to harvest a few of those trees, which is fine. These are some quite nice pines. That's the area right down there and up through here. All of that on the other side of the creek there was harvested last year. There's some more left down there. As you can see, those spruces. That patch of forest right there goes across the creek down in there and over to this side. This is where I'll come down with the tractor down through here. All of this is mainly a grazing area. It just hasn't been maintained. And so here you can see where this stuff grows, it's usually quite wet. And especially if you find this. If you find that, it means that it's pretty much wet all year round. So here we have some electric fencing. And here you can see that spruce forest crosses the creek down there and it ends up in here. It's quite steep down through here, and it's even steeper in this area. Here you can see the spruce has been kind of sowing itself. This area is quite steep. I don't think I'll necessarily have to come much lower than that area up there with the tractor, and then I can just winch them out. What's nice about spruce forest is that you get this clear ground to walk on. You have some of these. These are huge spruces. There's a few of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's some medium down there. I would like to harvest this area because we're gonna harvest up there. That's the other side of the creek up there. There's quite a lot of trees down here that are ready to be harvested. And my border goes right through. You can see those rocks down there. I'm not sure if you're able to see them actually, but you can see the fence right there. It goes up through there. There are maps and stuff over this that have way more accurate lines. Usually they have used the rock fence from the old times to make the new map, so it should be within maximum a meter or so. 1 meter is about 3 feet, I believe. So I would like to harvest this area as well, since I'm already down here. So basically I have 3 seasons to complete one area before you have to replant the area that you have harvested within 3 years. So I have 2 years left on that patch that we did this year. I'm logging manually with a chainsaw. It takes a while to complete an area. Now, the reason I'm down here is I had initially thought to, as you saw, come down here with the tractor up to the top of that cliff. I would lay the trees downwards that way and winch them all the way up. The alternative is to pull them up the same way that we were logging last year, on the other side of the creek. So you can see the creek right here. There's a little bit of water flowing through it. This is a valley or a canyon kind of. And so I was logging on that side this winter, and coming winter I'll complete this area. Then I'll try to harvest this area as well. Now I might just pull them up that way. The only problem is working through this creek is kind of a hassle, but I guess you could do it if you fell this patch towards us right now, like towards where I'm standing. I guess you could pull them up that way, maybe. It gets quite steep no matter what I do here, so I might just continue in this area and then translate over the creek and try to winch them over the creek and up through this way. Yeah, it might be just as easy. Try to get them over here and winch them up this way. Now, as you can see, this is the area we left off last season, and there's quite a bit more down here that needs to be harvested, and we were just winching them up that way. This is quite steep too. In order to fetch those trees down there, I'm gonna have to come down almost, I think, to this area right here with the tractor. So I'll need to make a path down. That's not too much work. I can drive the tractor down to that rock right there without a problem. I made a path down to this way, and basically all I have to do is continue it through here and down to that area right there. As you can see, this is a thing when you're harvesting trees, you're kind of disrupting the environment a little bit. As you can see, this tree has fallen naturally because we've logged all of those trees. So this has been in the wind, I guess, and it didn't have proper footing, and so it tips over. This is the path I made last year. You see all the branches and stuff here that I used to kind of build up the path. This area right here was just a cliff. Across here, I put some branches and stuff. I had to use some material from the ground there, so that'll get patched up as well. But I'm not going to start patching up and repairing the area before I'm completely done here. I'll just make repairs to the road so that I can access it a bit better. When I'm done with this entire area, hopefully this season, I'll come in with the excavator and smooth it all out, make it nice, plant some new saplings for the next generation. But then I'm basically done in this area for my lifetime, I hope. Well, I don't hope, but I guess I'll be. It's quite steep up here. But yeah, what I want to do now, I would like to track in with the excavator and prepare this area for winter. Just clear up some of these logs that are left over from last year's harvest. Smooth out the ground a bit, because last year I was kind of late to get the last loads out. So I had to drive here when the ground was thawed. There's quite deep tracks and stuff here now, so it would be nice to repair that and make it a bit more accessible with the tractors. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to clean all of this up and smooth out the ground, fix all of these tracks, basically prepare the area for the coming season. So yeah, let's go get the excavator. So here's the old Case excavator. If you're in the market for a wireless lav mic, this one, very good, very happy with it. What do you think? Is the sound quality good? If you're interested, link in the description. The engine in this excavator is a Deutsch something air-cooled. One of the best engines ever made, I think. No matter how cold it is, no matter how long it's been standing, it starts just as easy as what you're going to hear now. It's like nothing. I don't think I'm going to record tracking this out because it's kind of boring, but for you guys I can just snap my fingers and then we're out. So I stopped the excavator just to reposition my cameras and stuff. Yeah. That was kind of lucky, I guess. I probably wouldn't have noticed that until... Looks to me that it might be inside of there somehow. I would kind of like to track back up to where it's more even ground. Yeah, we need to get this hydraulic situation sorted out. So it is that hose right there. You can see it bulging out. And it's not the worst hose. It connects over here. So it's just it's quite a short hose. We have to remove this cover. Don't know if you can see that, but there's a bolt right down in there. I need an extension to go in from all the way over here and into the bolt over there, which I forgot to bring, so I'm gonna have to go back and get it. I think I'll have to remove that and this hose as well to get to that. I definitely have to remove this top one. Jesus. I hate these wrenches. My back is dying from this. I'm gonna make this hose a little bit longer, just maybe 4 inches longer. Would be nice. It was actually a bit short. That was a lot more work than I had initially anticipated, but we got her out. Now let's get a new one. New hose. Apparently this was a 4-layer hose. Apparently these connections are a bit stronger, and also the 4-ply takes a lot more pressure. 6,000 psi. That should be good. Let's see if we can start her up without any leaks. All right, that's good. Seems to be holding. All right, it is the next day now. We changed that hose yesterday and it was getting kind of dark. I think it was like 7 p.m. when I was done. Now it's the next day. I've been doing some other stuff. So it's about, what time is it? It is 12 p.m. I guess we have a few hours left of daylight. The excavator is ready for action now, so that's nice. We topped it off with oil and changed that hose, and hopefully that'll be good for a while. I need to repair this. The track chain comes out of those rollers. That's how you lose a track. There's supposed to be some chain guides. There's 2 on this side, there's 1 over there and 1 here, and 2 on the back side as well. So I would like to repair that. Let's continue cleaning up this area, and when we're done here, I'll track the excavator back to the workshop and see if we can't repair those chain guides. Let's get on with it. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to dig down any roots and sticks and stuff to get them into the ground. That way they're kind of out of the way and they'll rot over time. And then I try to get, you know, a decent amount of dirt on top of them. There's another root right there that I didn't see. Try to see if I can dig that whole root down here, if it's deep enough. So this is good for now. I'm gonna come in here with the timber trailer, pick up all these logs and bring them to where we make firewood. I might saw some of these logs for lumber, but mostly it's firewood. Let's give you a better look at this. So this area right here now should be good. It's not perfect, but I've moved some of the rocks, big rocks, 2 of those huge stumps that were here and a few smaller ones. So when winter comes and the snow falls and the ground freezes, should be good to drive on. And then hopefully after this coming season now, I'll be done with this area and all of this can grow back to grazing area for, you know, sheep, cattle, horses, whatever. And that's also why I'm trying my best to keep the topsoil on top, because that's the most nutrient rich. Don't know if you saw that when we dug up that root right there. There was some, yeah, you can still see. So you can see the difference in color. Now this brownish stuff is the layer beneath the topsoil. A little bit of the brown stuff right there, it's fine. It'll grow nicely. It's mixed up with the topsoil. I don't think it's going to be an issue. This green grayish soil, that's the worst one. Basically nothing grows in that. Should be fine. It's just a tiny patch right here with some brown and gray, greenish dirt, but I don't think it should be a problem. As long as it's mixed nicely with the topsoil, shouldn't be a problem. Moving logs with the excavator bucket isn't, well, it's not ideal. In a perfect world, I would have a hydraulic thumb or a grapple for the excavator. I think a thumb would be the best actually, because if you have a grapple, you have to change between bucket and grapple. With that thumb right here, hydraulic one, you can kind of just bring it down and use it whenever you need to. And it's always there, so you can dig with it. Small toad. I think he likes the warmth of my finger. Go on then. Ah, where'd he go? He disappeared. Anyway, this heap of log is a mess. It's difficult with the excavator and the bucket when you can't turn it or anything, so it doesn't really matter. So this area right here gets super wet and muddy. It's not a problem when the ground is frozen, but in spring it gets very muddy. So yeah, we'll track down here with the excavator, grade out and smooth out this path for the tractor. We're going to come down through here, down here, all the way down to that patch of forest down there that you've seen already. And we'll make a nice path for the tractor all the way down. So yeah, that's the plan. Since we don't have those chain guides on, it's very easy to lose a track with this excavator. That's why I need to be careful tracking down into, especially into the woods and stuff where you can get some twisting and stuff going on. Let's continue downwards.
Growing up, I was a weird kid. See, no matter what I ever did, all the normal guys would never quit poking fun at me. Mama tried to make me regular. She said the Lord above was testing her as I grew more and more peculiar, unashamedly. When people say that I'm a strange duck, I tell them maybe so, but so what? Sure, I'm a little different from you, but I don't really see the issue. So don't go frittering away your sympathy. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I consider it good luck that I was born a strange duck. When someone tries to make a wise crack, well, they don't matter.
Almost about to lose that track. We need that not to happen. I'll try to swing myself as far as I can that way, so that I can spin the track back on properly. Nice.
Say that I'm a strange duck, I tell them maybe so, but so what? Sure, I'm a little different from you, but I don't really see the issue. So don't go frittering away your sympathy. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I consider it good luck that I was born a strange duck. A strange duck makes a strange pond, and under 1 out of 441, you can have yourself a strange brew. And just do what you wanna do, do what you wanna do, what you wanna do. When people say that I'm a strange duck, I tell them maybe so, but so what? Sure, I'm a little different from you, but I don't really see the issue. So don't go frittering away your sympathy. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I consider it good luck that I was born a strange duck. And I consider it good luck that I was born a strange duck.
Yeah, I did most of this in a time lapse, as you saw. I also did a bit of it off camera. So it's not a perfect road. It's just a cut down here to give me access with the Massey Ferguson, the Skidder Tractor that I have, that you've probably seen on my channel. We repaired the front axle and stuff. If you haven't seen that video, link in the description, or you can click up here or something. Basically, this is just enough space to where I can come down through here and turn around with the skidder and then winch the logs uphill. It's going to be a tight turn. I was considering to dig up that stump. I'm just going to cut it off with the chainsaw as low as I can. Might sacrifice a chain for that, but I could have made this area a bit smoother, remove that rock and stuff and smooth it out, but honestly, if I'm not able to turn down here, I can just back down from the top, but I think it'll be fine. So this ground right here that we've been repairing now is very uneven. Would have been impossible to drive here with the tractor. Luckily, I found material down in here, some dirt and some dry clay and rocks and stuff that we put on top of all the branches just to even it out a bit so that we can drive down here. Last season I drove down here. This is as far as I could drive with the tractor, right here. So basically now we've made it accessible all the way down there. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to put a small bucket of material on top of that, smooth it out, and then I'll track back out and do some minor repairs behind me as I track out. This area should be good to go for winter time, hopefully.